I've still got to improve, a lot of things to my process. I think I have certain things that are really good about my music creation process. I still want to get better at making vocals. I won't lie in saying that if I could re-record the vocals for Broken Paradise, I would. If there's some things I could remix, or master into certain songs, I would. But at the same time, I don't know. I think the important step is to keep moving forward. Because what a lot of people get into with content, and I don't know how you feel personally about this when, making, bigger strides and doing different kinds of things is, it can be really, really easy to go and make something and then just be like, okay, but I'm gonna hold off because I think I can make this thing just a bit better. It's like, if I actually stick, I just keep learning it, how to do this thing, then maybe I can level things out a bit better. And, once I get this new editing software, I can kind of edit it better, or, I can just keep adding effects on it. And then at that point, you've spent months on this one project that should have came out 2 weeks after you made it, because it's done. For me, that's happened a couple of times where I just have something that's super good, at that time. But I think of I compare myself to others and I'm like, oh, but I could do this thing, but I have to learn how to do it. So let me just, spend the next week learning how to do this thing real quick. I'll just get this new program to learn how to do this thing. Oh, the video's done, but I might as well.
Yeah, it's just, that makes a lot of sense. I remember I was in a program called the Knowledge Society my senior year, and one of their motives, I guess motives, I don't know.
Right. No,
it was basically they said mottos. One of their mottos was done is better than perfect. Mm-hmm. And essentially the idea was kind of, a lot of people struggle with that. It's kind of like a perfectionism thing, right? Where you want it to be perfect, but that strive to have it perfect prevents you from ever releasing anything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the mentality, done is better than perfect, in the sense that, if you feel good enough and anything you do better is just going to kind of be diminishing returns, then post it and then just add the things you could have done on the next project, because it's better to have a few projects out that might not be exactly perfect, but you're making progress as you go on, rather than just focusing on this one forever, where the last 5 hours you work on it was barely added 1% to it, if that makes sense.
And I've talked about this with a couple people where, because I have this problem where I want to expand on things in ways that are really unusual for me. It's but I watch this one video and I see this super cool effect. I'm like, no way did I just figure out that's a thing I can do. But the thing is, for me, if I wanted to spend as much time if I want to get to the quality I wanted to, where the perfect idea of some of this content, it would take so long to just get out there that the point, you've lost interest. Maybe the people that were interested kind of lost interest. You posted, it's it looks good, but the progress you made during that isn't really, there. You just kind of, or here's the better example, right? And I think you're kind of getting to this, where you're starting out a channel or starting out content, and you have one bit of content that you just made. It's your first thing, and you spend your time editing it, doing everything you need to, polishing it. If you spend the next, and we're gonna make it drastic, the next year making it the best it could be, saving up money to spend on a crew and doing all this thing and making it super professional, and then you post that, you might be super proud of it, but at the end of the day, you just showed one piece of content for what you can do. And because of how much you know about that, if it took you a year to do that and people like that, then, and they want more, it's going to take another year to do that. You have to slowly build yourself up, to be able to get better and better, and in that year span, you could have put out maybe 12 things for every single month. And then for your audience, that's 12 different pieces of content that they can, latch to and enjoy and analyze every single detail of. Or then, if you really want to, do more content, then let's say 2 a month, 24. That's the whole thing, right? You don't want to have it be quantity over quality, but if your quality is overthrowing your whole process, then I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. I think there's, the whole quantity over quality is kind of a flawed system. But at the same time, quality shouldn't be 100% focus.
Especially if you're a new channel, because let's take the 1 year example. It could be the best video in the world, but if you're a new channel, like how are you to get a lot of people to see it? I think it's better to, especially in the beginning, because not only like it might not be perfect at the beginning, but you also like kind of having the community learn with or grow with you and like watch you learn, right? Because I feel like the community needs something to watch to get interested in you.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like, you know, just keep latching them on, get better with each video, you'll get a community.